everyone, Agent Fluffy here, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, Justice for All, Farewell My Turnabout Part 26. Alrighty, let's continue cross-examining Shelly the Killer. Let's go. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi, too. No. I already told you, I have no intention of using your services. Ever! Because of course not. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Carreta was dead. From the very beginning? That is correct. From before my client visited the room. All of my clients know that precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. That is very odd. What are you going to do now, Phoenix? All I can do now is expose the lies. That's true. However, you realize that would be very bad for our client, right? I'm so confused. But the one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet. So why do you think your client did that? What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway? Oh, that is true. I assume it was probably done to frame Miss Wrongguard. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it? Sadly, that is not possible. Huh? My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. And that is what I was referring to when I said my client has broken the rules. And that's all you had to testify? Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. Again? As in you plan to continue? I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place, become the force successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really. Are you ready now? I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now. Let's see. That's odd because it's the wine glass. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. the Killer. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Carreta has been murdered. But how? How do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass? Mr. the Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Carreta had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan? That is not possible, Your Honor. Excuse me. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planted, they would never have left their fingerprints behind. I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the exact same thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I am afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have knowledge of Mr. Carreta's death. If not, and that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. This is starting to get frickin' good. How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection from the two of you. Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. Yeah. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now, I have to buy us some more time. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here, I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. Where's the testimony? Request taking. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes. So you physically met your client, huh? That is correct. Meeting one's client is a first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Alright. 1 week ago? Are you sure? Yes, I am quite sure. Oh, come on, why did I press the wrong button? I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you requested my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind. Please stop. In any case, my client this time has a very specific date and time in mind. A specific date and time? Did you ask why on that specific night? No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? Let's press further about that. So, what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night? I'm sure it was all for the bear. The bear? My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Wonkarita's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. He must be talking about this bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference, after all. That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where the bear figurine was. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, was your testimony just now of any importance? Oh, well, let's, It was not important. What the killer said sounded plausible, but in the end, it's just his conjecture. No, Your Honor, I don't think it's very important. Well, then, witness, please continue. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was with the brief pause? Let's press further about that. Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I had never taken requests by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between the client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to a client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was your testimony just now of any importance? It was very important. Of course! It was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. the Killer has met his client before the murder, it's unlikely he is mistaken. So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews? I guess so. You see, it's just as I said. I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here? Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax. Now then, would the witness please continue? So your client was Adrian Andrews? That is correct. Well, he says the two of them met, but if they did, there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around. You have to draw more information from him. You can't draw suspicion. If you can do that, you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony somewhere. Talk about delicate balance. Oh. Hold on. Why he meets his clients is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I have already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. That's when I thought, I can trust this person as a client. It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Well, yeah, it was very important. If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance. Huh? Really? If that's the case, witness, please include a statement just now in your testimony. Very well. From the moment I saw him, I thought, I can trust this person as a client. But as we now know, that was not how it turned out, correct? What do you mean? Adrian Andrews turned out to be a client who couldn't stick to the rules, right? Well, yes. I suppose you are correct. So I would like to check one last time. Are you sure your testimony is accurate? Oh. Notice this says the moment I saw him. I thought I could just press him, not her. Yo! Oh my fucking god. I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time? Yes, that is correct. And that's when he thought he was trustworthy. Oh! He slipped. He mixed up the pronouns. Oh my god, of his own client! How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I am sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Shelley the Killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip-up, which I already told beforehand, but here it goes anyway. About her. So what is the issue? What did you say just now? About her? If you have ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman! Boom! Fuck yeah, man! Oh!
Order the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
This witness testified to the following. That he always met face-to-face with his clients when taking their request.
But he never met Adrian Andrews in person.
Yes, Your Honor. That is exactly the point. That means Mr. DeKiller's client cannot have been Miss Adrian Andrews.
Mr. Edwards, I understand your logic on this one.
Excuse me.
However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake?
I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Excuse me.
Her name?
Yes. Adrian Andrews is, without a doubt, a very androgynous name.
Oh, yes, I see.
Unluckily for Mr. DeKiller, the entire time he was on the stand, no one has stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so, he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. As I fucking told you guys! He mixed up the gender! He mixed up the pronouns! Fucking hell!
What? What is going on? Sorry, DeKiller. This court demands an explanation.
I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another. So does that mean you remember something different now?
Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more.
I knew he's just going to spit out more lies.
Very well, but this time, please tell us the truth and... Well, but this time, please give us the truth and nothing but the truth.
Request taken part 2. Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took the job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Margarita and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the man at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. So that's why you mixed up the genders? That's why you mixed up Adrian's pronouns and gender? Okay.
So you took this job through a letter?
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony. Which means he is definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. You break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know. I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me. No matter how strong of a punch I'll throw, he'll counter it.
Now then, let's begin the cross-examination.
Cross-examination, request taken part 2. Let me save at this point. But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients? Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients from whom meeting is simply not possible. But didn't you meet your clients this time? No, I did not. Oh, come now. Let's stop with this game of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me. Oh, come now. Let's stop playing this cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me. Alright then, just cough it up and confess!
Mr. Wright, you get better when there's such harsh words. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have a proof that Mr. DeKiller met with his client?
No, I don't right now. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof.
I see. Then your line of question was just another waste of time.
Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong. And why could you not meet certain clients? Recently, I have been receiving more requests. If I match each and every client, I will lose some nice business opportunities. Nice
Business opportunities?
on top of which the times changed. Oh! I spilled some water in my glasses. Is now the age of information and computers, correct? Well, I have joined the times and now take requests via electronic mail.
Electronic mail? Do you have to mail that in a special insulated envelope?
Ah, I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail was... But what I meant by electronic mail is what is commonly referred to as email.
Email?
In a contest in mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot hands down. Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client and... Two or three other things? Yes. And what were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and got mad. Let's press further. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney... Yes? Everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be... that you are planning to betray your own client? That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one... Wait! Oh, this is looking really bad. I should press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Let's press further. Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your clients requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. Bear figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Corrida's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client. Interesting.
This information sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just said in your testimony.
As you wish. Well, I found this figurine at Mr. Angar's mansion. Oops. Wrong button. You gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there? I was waiting for it there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Angard, I'm sure.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony?
Well, no objections. It's no use. So long as I can't put my finger on the central problem here, pressing this witness anymore would be extremely dangerous.
It appears Mr. Wright has no problems. Well then, witness, please continue.
Let's present the figurine. It's right here. Shelley the Killer, if you have really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. This item? I see where you're going. Yep, this is where I'm going. Yep, that's where I'm going.
Where's everyone going? Do I need a packed suitcase?
Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. And I was going to burn it for her sake. If even for a single minute, this bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it.
Order! So that's where you two are going.
So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle.
Which means?
It means, Your Honor, that it's impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client.
Oh my God! Order! Mr. Phoenix, Wright? I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else! I think your cross-examination is clearly demonstrated.
Hold on. Can I frickin' read?
I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement.
No, that's not.
That's enough. If that is your intention, there is only one more thing. That's enough. If that is your intention, that there is only one thing left for me to do.
Well, wait, please! Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. No, please, not that. Please wait.
Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
I didn't understand this witness's outburst just now. Do you think there's a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough?
Well, we should. Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... The prosecution...
Why has come over everyone? Even you are.
The prosecution...
What is going on around here?
The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor.
What?
Oh, God.
Well, I know what I see today. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that is the case, then, even though I am reluctant, I must believe that Mr. DeKiller's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley DeKiller's client is Adrian Andrews! Mr. Wright!
Yes, Your Honor? Oh my God. Oh God.
Oh shit. I'm gonna save right now.
Oh dear God. Yes, Your Honor?
If we end this trial here, right now, your client Matt Ungar will be declared innocent, and in his place, Adrian Andrews will be charged with murder.
Miss Andrews will be charged with murder!
The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant Matt Ungar to the stand.
The items from DeKiller's hideout didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. Can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands.
Dude, did the old guy finally decide? To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You've done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least on the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent. Ha! So, I guess even the old funny duddy figured me out. Mr. Angard? What an atrocious lawyer I am, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap? It's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and prove...
Man, my freaking throat.
Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer?
Should I side with justice, or should I save Maya's life?
You better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay?
But if I did that, Maya will die. But if he says he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as a murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is going to end. It all hinges on what I choose.
Now then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matangard, is innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say what I want, aren't you?
Right. I can't do this. I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt Ungard, is... And this is where I'm going to stop right here. So, in the next part, I'm going to show you guys the bad ending and the true ending in the next part. So... Alright. So, this has been Agent Fluffy, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Hey everyone, Agent Fluffy here, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to support me even more, feel free to support my Patreon. The links are right here.